Did you know that 60% of air travelers prefer to bring their own snacks on board their flights? This is not too surprising considering the lack of healthy and appetizing options that both the airlines and airports offer. Packing your own food not only saves you money and time in the airport, but also ensures you have some healthy alternatives to the ones served by the airlines. So in this video, I'm going to cover the kinds of foods you're allowed to take with you through security, as well as give you some recommended snacks that you should consider taking on your next flight. Let's go.
Dream vacations start here.
So let's start out by covering which foods you can pack that will be allowed through airport security. This first depends on which type of luggage you plan to pack your food into. Generally, just about any food can be packed in your checked luggage, including drinks, unless you're traveling internationally, in which case you have to check the rules for the country you're visiting about which foods are allowed into that country. Now, if you want to pack food in either your carry-on or personal item bag to be able to eat on your flight, then here's what you need to know. First, the food has to be solid. If it's not solid, then it's subject to the TSA's 311 rule, which states that for any liquid, gel, paste, cream, or aerosol, they have to be in 3.4 ounce or 100 milliliter containers or less and be able to fit in one clear quart sized bag. Now, you would think that would seem pretty straightforward, but when you think about it, you'll start to realize that there are food items that are solid but have liquid on the inside. Think fruit and vegetables. An apple is solid, but you can get juice out of it. Or how about an orange? In general, yes, you can bring most fruits and vegetables through security, including apples, oranges, bananas, and so on. The only restriction is if you're traveling internationally. Most countries are not going to allow fresh fruits and vegetables into their country. That doesn't mean you still can't pack them for your flight. You'll just have to consume them before you get off the plane and enter customs. Some other food items that might trip you up is cheese. Solid cheese is okay. Creamy cheese is a no-go. Mashed potatoes and roasted potatoes. Both are allowed, but they can't be mixed in with any sauces or stews. Pies and cakes. The good news is you can take both of them, but they may require additional screening. Canned foods. Canned foods are allowed, but it's recommended that you pack them in your checked luggage because of how they look on the x-ray machine. Cooked meats and seafood. Both are allowed as well, but again, if you're traveling internationally, it'll most likely not be permitted into the country you're going to. Peanut butter. Unfortunately, peanut butter is considered a liquid, so you can't bring it with you in your carry-on or personal item bag, but you can still pack it in your checked luggage. Those are just some of the examples of the types of food that are allowed through airport security. If you want to see a more detailed food list, I do have a full video that covers what food you're allowed to bring through security and on the plane with you, and you can find that video at the end of this one, or also linked down in the video description. So now that you know some of the foods that you can bring on the plane with you, which foods are the best and what I would recommend you take on the plane with you. Now, there is one fact I should share with you first, and that is, at high altitudes, your ability to taste and smell decreases, which is why airplane food tastes kind of blah. However, there are three foods that maintain their flavor regardless of altitude, and those are nuts, dried fruit, and chocolate. So if you want to take snacks on the plane with you, I would recommend taking these three food items, or a protein or granola bar that has these ingredients in them. Nuts are high in protein and contain healthy fats. Dried fruit is lightweight, non-perishable, and packed with nutrients. Just remember to hydrate, as dried fruits can increase your thirst. And chocolate, especially dark chocolate, is a great source of antioxidants and can elevate your mood in flight. Other good snack options would be cheese and crackers, fresh fruits, and veggies. For those of you wanting a warm snack option, what you can do is bring an empty thermos with you through security and then go to a Starbucks or something similar and ask them to fill it up with hot water for you. And then you can use that to make yourself some instant oatmeal or soup, or use it to make your own tea or even your own coffee. Now, these are great snack options, but if you're looking to take a full meal on the plane with you, then go with what you like. Just be mindful of what you choose to bring on the plane with you, because certain foods can easily smell up the entire plane. Another thing to consider in deciding which foods you should take on the plane with you is how active you're going to be while you're traveling. If you're going to be sitting around the airport and on the plane all day, then you may not need to pack as much food. But if you're going to be active when you get to your destination, then it might be best to pack some protein-rich food so that you're fueled up and ready to go, versus getting to your destination and being tired because you haven't eaten very much that day. Now, if you don't want to necessarily carry your food items with you in your personal item or carry-on bag, or if you just don't have the space for it, I have a trick for that. Most U.S. airports have a Starbucks in them, or if you want, you can look up the available restaurants the airport has by looking at the terminal maps on the airport's website. Pick up a to-go bag at one of these restaurants near your home or hotel and fill it with the food items that you want to take with you on the plane. For example, I have this Starbucks to-go bag that I'm filling up. The airline will think you bought food inside the airport and will not question you about bringing an extra bag on the plane with you. This will save you storage, and you'll have easier access to the food items you packed. Now, this may not work with budget airlines such as Spirit or Frontier, as they may require you to fit all your items in one bag. So let me know which food items you enjoy packing on your flight, or if you have other snack tips that you would like to share, I would love to hear those. Be sure to check out a couple of my other videos that may be helpful to you as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you again in a future video.